When your cat slowly blinks at you, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Yes, it's adorable, but behind that simple action, there's something deeper that most people miss. It's one of the most emotionally loaded things your cat can do. And if you ignore it, which most owners do, you might push them away or completely miss what they're trying to tell you. Let's start with what the slow blink really means. 1. The sleepiness illusion. You're sitting on the couch, the room is quiet, and your cat is resting a few feet away. They catch your eye, and very deliberately, their eyelids droop, close for a second, and slowly open again. Most people think it's just about fatigue. You assume your cat is simply tired, fighting off a nap, or just feeling lazy in a sunbeam. Here's what's actually happening. The slow blink is a highly deliberate, conscious decision. Unlike a reflex or heavy eyelids from exhaustion, closing their eyes slowly and keeping them closed for a fraction of a second requires intentional muscle control. Your cat is not falling asleep. They are actively choosing to break their visual lock on their environment to send a direct, purposeful message to you. Think about that for a second. In the animal kingdom, staring is a challenge. A hard, unblinking stare is a precursor to a fight. Breaking a stare by slowly closing the eyes is a white flag, a signal of complete pacification and harmony. They view you not as a roommate or a random presence in their territory, but as an entity worthy of active, deliberate communication. And by the way, if your cat ever slow blinks and then immediately looks away, don't brush it off. We'll get to what that really means at the end, and it's something most owners wish they'd understood sooner. 2. The chemical transformation. What is actually happening inside your cat's brain when they look at you like this? We often project human emotions onto our pets, assuming a cat smile is just a cute mirroring of our own happiness. Here's what's actually happening. A 2020 study from the University of Sussex confirmed that cats use slow blinking intentionally as a social communication signal. But what the study also revealed is far more profound. Researchers who study feline behavior found that cats are far more likely to slow blink at their owners if their owners slow blink at them first. And when they engage in this exchange, cats show measurably lower cortisol levels. Think about that for a second. This means your response literally changes their body chemistry. You aren't just observing cue behavior. You are directly influencing their internal state. When you return that soft, gentle gaze, you are actively participating in a cross-species dialogue that physically calms their nervous system. They rely on you for emotional regulation. Your steady gaze has the power to soothe their deeply ingrained survival instincts, proving that they view you as a source of profound biological comfort. 3. The long-distance claim. Have you ever noticed your cat slowly blinking at you from all the way across the room? You might think they're just too lazy to walk over and greet you properly. Here's what's actually happening. Cats rely heavily on physical scent to navigate their social world. They use the scent glands on their cheeks, forehead, and chin to deposit physical pheromones on your legs or your hands. This is how they mark you as safe. But behavioral scientists consider the slow blink to be a visual scent mark. When they are too far away to physically press their soft cheek against your skin, the slow blink bridges the gap. They are visually claiming you. Think about that for a second. They do not need physical contact to feel deeply connected to you. By locking eyes and slowly lowering their lids across a crowded room, they're projecting invisible marks of ownership and security. You are marked as family, no matter the distance. They are tethering themselves to you through a gaze, establishing a safe zone where no physical pheromones are even required. And hey, if this makes sense to you, hit like and subscribe. It helps us reach more cat lovers who actually want to understand what their cat is really saying. 4. The apex predator's vulnerability. Why is the simple act of closing their eyes such a massive deal for a feline? Because we humans shut our eyes all the time to relax. You might assume it's just a casual resting state for them. 2. Here's what's actually happening. To truly understand the weight of the slow blink, you have to look at their wild ancestors. Cats are apex predators, but they are also small enough to be prey. In the wild, closing their eyes in the presence of another living creature is a massive evolutionary risk. It exposes them to ambush. Survival instinct dictates that a cat must remain hypervigilant, keeping their eyes wide open to track movement, calculate escape routes, and monitor threats. When your cat sits in front of you and intentionally closes their eyes, they are overriding thousands of years of survival programming. They are deliberately blinding themselves to their environment. Think about that for a second. This behavior originates deeply in kittenhood. The only time a feline feels entirely safe to let their guard down like this is when they are nursing with their mother in the safety of a hidden den. Domestic cats adapted this ancient display of trust specifically for their humans. When they slow blink, they are reverting to that primal state of absolute safety. They are telling you that your presence provides the exact same level of security as the mother who raised them. 5. The VIP Access Pass. Have you ever noticed how your cat's body language shifts when guests come over? You might assume your cat is just generally friendly, or that they view all humans roughly the same way. Here's what's actually happening. Cats do not hand out slow blinks to just anyone. Animal cognition research shows that felines are incredibly selective about who receives this pacifying signal. They do not do this with strangers. They often won't even do it with other people living in your own home. It is a reserved language, kept strictly for their inner circle. Think about that for a second. Out of everyone in the world, your cat's brain has categorized you differently. This is a highly specific, localized bond that they have constructed entirely around your energy. You are not a passing shadow. You are not a threat. And you are not just a mechanical food provider. They have evaluated your voice, your scent, and your gentle touch. And they have uniquely decided that you are the one person they never need to monitor. You make them feel chosen, and in return, they choose you. 6. The averted gaze of complete trust. Remember earlier when I said to pay attention if your cat slowly blinks and then immediately looks away? This is what I was talking about. Most owners think when a cat turns their head after blinking, they've just lost interest or become distracted by a noise. Here's what's actually happening. In feline body language, a slow blink followed by turning their head to expose their neck is the ultimate compliment. Sustained eye contact, even when soft, still requires focus. But deliberately looking away breaks the visual tension completely. This is what most owners never realize. They aren't ignoring you. They are demonstrating that they don't even need to keep you in their line of sight. Think about that for a second. This is the deepest, most emotionally powerful point of their communication. The combination of the slow blink and the averted gaze is a total, willing surrender of defense. They are saying, I know you will not hurt me, even when my back is turned. You are their absolute sanctuary. They are offering you their most vulnerable physical state because their devotion to you outweighs their instinct to protect themselves. 7. The silent alarm. But what does it mean if your normally affectionate cat suddenly stops slowly blinking at you entirely? You might think they're just acting moody, getting older, or going through an aloof phase. Here's what's actually happening. Studies on domestic cats reveal that when a feline's baseline communication suddenly halts, it is often the first invisible sign of distress. If a cat feels unwell, their vulnerability spikes. Their survival instincts roar back to life, and they can no longer afford to lower their guard, not even with you. The sudden absence of the slow blink isn't them being cold. It is a distress signal. Think about that for a second. A sudden lack of soft eye contact, replaced by an unblinking, wide-eyed stare, often indicates hidden pain, high physical stress, or a shift in their environment that has deeply unsettled them. They still love you, but their biology simply will not let them relax. If you notice the sudden shift, don't ignore it. It's your cue to step up, protect them, and find out what is causing their world to feel unsafe. So when your cat looks at you from across the room and slowly lowers their eyelids, do you actually know what they're trying to say? It is not just a sign of a sleepy feline ready for a nap. That's not a simple reflex. That's a profound display of absolute trust, a conscious surrender of their deepest survival instincts, and a visual declaration that you are their safest place in the world. And that simple behavior, it was never small to them, and it shouldn't be small to you either.